Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Quantico Marine Corps Honor Guard? Please remain standing for the national anthem performed by Jennifer Prince and the invocation given by the Reverend Tim Perrin of the Prince William County Fire and Rescue Chaplain and a minister at Grace Baptist Church.
Color, all attend, good, carry, color. Ready, two, forward, march. Right, start, march. Present,
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
shoulder, move. Ready, two. Right, start, march.
Would you pray with me? We thank you, our Father, for this great nation and this community where we live. We especially thank you for those who lead and those who serve. Please give wisdom to our leadership. We also thank you for those who sacrifice. We honor those who have given their lives on behalf of this country. Thank you for their families. Thank you for all of those who serve our country so courageously. We also thank you that you are with us here in this place, and we ask you to bless our gathering and our remembrance here today. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you all on behalf of both the Board of County Supervisors and all of the residents of Prince William County for joining us today on this solemn day, but this important day that we honor those people who are from our community and who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the service of this great nation. I'd like to introduce a few folks who are here today. First of all, I'd like to introduce Colonel Rourke Anderson, Chief of Staff for the Quantico Marine Corps Base. I'd like to introduce Mr. John Jenkins, Neabsco District Representative to the Prince William Board of County Supervisors. Mrs. Melissa Pecor, Prince William County Executive. Colonel Barry Bernard, Deputy Chief of Police for Prince William County Department of Police. And perhaps most importantly, members of the Kelly family, the Cutsforts family, and the Callahan family, who are here today to honor their loved ones whose names will be placed on the memorial this afternoon. The Prince William County War Memorial was dedicated on Memorial Day in 1992 to recognize those from our county who gave their lives during World War I, World War II, the Korean conflict, and the Vietnam conflict. In 2005, we worked with local veterans to find the best way to honor those who had given their lives in the Middle East. Our current heroes have been placed in the opposing face of the memorial to pay tribute to their sacrifice for our country. This year, we add 3 new heroes to our roll of honor who gave their lives in defense of our great nation. Marine Sergeant Sean T. Callahan was assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 9th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force based at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. He was deployed to Afghanistan in December of 2010 and served 1 tour in Iraq in 2009. His awards include the National Defense Service Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, and Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. Sean died on April 23, 2011 in Afghanistan's Helmand province after the convoy vehicle he commanded rolled over a makeshift bomb. Sean was born in Manassas and grew up in Gainesville. He graduated from Brentsville High School in 2005. Sean loved being a Marine. In an article in the Washington Post, Sean's father is quoted as saying, "It was not a political situation. They have been given a mission. In their hearts, their mission was to defend the freedoms that are so often forgotten." Army Specialist Sean R. Cutsforth was assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 187th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. His awards include the Purple Heart, the Army Commendation Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, the Army Service Ribbon, the Overseas Service Ribbon, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization Medal and Combat Infantryman Badge. Sean died on December 15, 2010, when his unit was attacked with small arms fire. Sean Cutsforth grew up in Manassas and Gainesville and graduated from Brentsville High School. He loved sports and played both football and baseball at Brentsville. Marine First Lieutenant Robert M. Kelly was assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division, 1st Marine Expeditionary Force out of Camp Pendleton, California. His awards include the Purple Heart, Combat Action Ribbon, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, the Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, the Humanitarian Service Medal, and the Sea Service Deployment Ribbon. Robert died on November 9, 2010 from an IED while taking part in dismounted combat operations against enemy forces in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. Robert attended Garfield High School in Woodbridge. Robert's college friend, Matthew Rowland, was quoted by the Military Times as saying, "Growing up in a military family, he had a sense of duty. I think he always knew he was going into the military." Rowland also said that Robert definitely wanted to make the military a career, and he liked what he was doing. Today we honor these men, Sean Callahan, Sean Cutsforth, and Robert Kelly, for their bravery, their courage, and their sacrifice. I would like to thank the family members of these men for being here today to help us pay tribute. Their names are being added to a list of American heroes from conflicts around the globe. And I'd like at this time to have family members and close friends of these gentlemen to please stand to be recognized. Thank you all. In addition, this year the county was contacted by a local historian, Mr. Dan Gates, who was doing research on an unrelated project and came across the names of a number of heroes from World War I and World War II that were not previously added to our memorial. The names added to the World War I Roll of Honor were Malvern Verrier and Lewis Saunders. The names added to the World War II Roll of Honor were James Everhart, Alfred L. Jennings, Frank W. Anderson, Robert E. Kidd, Robert A. Lewis, and James B. Orderly. Thank you, Mr. Gates, for bringing these local heroes to our attention. And now I'd like to invite Colonel Rourke Anderson, Chief of Staff at the Quantico Marine Corps Base, to the podium. Welcome, Colonel Anderson.
I just want to say a few words today. It's extremely honorable to me to be here to pay tribute to these fine young men that gave their lives in the service of their country. But you got to ask yourself, why is this happening? Why are we here today? And how did we get here? You know, people join the services for various reasons. Opportunity to get out of a bad situation, get an education, get a skill. Could be anything like that. But there's one domineering thread throughout all of that. They have a sense of duty. And that's something that's Robert E. Lee said it was one of the most beautiful words of the English language. These three men had that commonality. They felt they had that duty to their country. And to the bystanders, you think about that. In a time of war, these young men volunteered to do their duty. You can't ask more than that. They did their duty with honor and dignity. Again, you cannot ask more than that. The parents and the relatives and the friends know what these men were made of. They know their character. And by their sacrifice, we that did not know them just have a glimpse as to what that character was. Again, they did their duty. While their memory will live in our hearts for all time, by inscribing their names on this monument, it will be a gentle reminder that war is not a nameless and faceless tragedy, but it is in reality a tragedy that affects real families, real friends, and real neighbors. And to all those of you that close your eyes, especially the families, and look up and say, why my son? Why my husband? Why? I can only tell you, maybe offer to you, that heaven needs heroes too. Sean, Robert, and Sean were those heroes, and they were called home. Thank you.
Prince William County is proud of all of those who are served, who are currently serving in the armed forces. The very history of this county is built around the history of the Armed Forces of the United States, being the home of one of the crossroads of the Marine Corps, being located so proximate to so many other military installations, both current and in the past, and being the home of so many active duty and retired Armed Forces personnel. Mr. Jenkins, the Dean of our Board of Supervisors, is himself a veteran of the United States Army. Mrs. Maureen Cadigan, who is the Potomac District Supervisor, who sends her regrets that she could not be here today, normally does not, she was at a family wedding, but otherwise would never miss this event because of her own husband, who was an Army officer with combat experience in Vietnam. My own father as well raised me in this county while stationed at Fort Belvoir for most of the last years of his career. It is in support of these citizens, the people that are our neighbors and the people that have helped build this community, that we share this Armed Forces Day tribute. Prince William County created this area with the War Memorial, the Liberty Memorial, and the Blue Star Garden as a place of peace and beauty where anyone is welcome to visit and reflect, and we hope that you will feel that you are welcome here at any time. At this time, I'd like to ask the family and very close friends of the three gentlemen we're honoring today to please step forward to lay the wreath on the memorial.